tech it out. Some tech news to share. Voting is open for You Say It, We Play It this morning. JR, our Facebook page, 3 songs from Metallica. You take the time to vote, you're automatically registered to win this morning's concert ticket giveaway.
That would be tickets to go check out Stained and Breaking Benjamin. So, again, go to the JR Facebook page. Tell us which Metallica song you want to hear back at 9 o'clock. One with the most votes we play back. Somebody's randomly picked to go to that show. Just vote once, though. Keep it fair, please.
The United States has arrested and taken into custody a 35-year-old Chinese national named Yunhee Wang, who is accused of operating the largest botnet ever, which is tied to the theft of billions in stolen COVID-19 relief funds.
No.
This character planted malware, infected computers in countries around the world and unsuspecting users, and then used that malware to pose as various U.S. citizens and make fraudulent COVID relief fund claims, billions of which were paid out.
Could you imagine if you were one of the people, had nothing to do with anything, but he used Pat Lynch's name, and it's like...
You don't even know.
Yeah.
You never even knew.
Wow.
Billions, just because of this one guy.
Yeah.
That's just, you know...
Some of those rappers who were caught, you know, with 900 employees and 18 Ferraris, they're going, what about this guy? He stole...
There was so much fraud with that.
I know.
It's just...
sad.
It's sickening is what it is. T-Mobile is buying U.S. Cellular's wireless operations, as well as some of their spectrum assets in a deal valued at $4.4 billion as the wireless industry consolidates even more. Do you remember when T-Mobile was like, oh, T-Mobile, who has that?
Mm-hmm.
Now
they're huge.
They have made leaps, bounds, strides to near top performance when it comes to that field here in the U.S., and now they're getting even larger. They'll be picking up about 4.4 million, or 4 million new customers. 4.4 billion was the price tag.
Mm-hmm.
So an additional 4 million customers, and control of U.S. Cellular's wireless operations. Google is not commenting on a potentially massive leak of its search algorithm documentation. You know, how did Google search become, the go-to?
Yeah.
And why does it continue to just dominate any other kind of search engine apparatus? Well, a lot of those answers are in this leaked. This is just like thousands and thousands of pages of stuff that I don't want to get too much into the weeds here, but a lot of these computer types who've started looking at this say, hey, there's some stuff in here that Google said they wouldn't do to consumers that, well, according to this, they're doing. Look, if you haven't figured out by now that Google knows more about each and every one of us than we know about ourselves.
Yeah, wake up.
Seriously. So it doesn't really come as a surprise to me. I'm also not surprised that Google goes, no comment. Taco, your favorite subject,
AI,
artificial intelligence. You'll be loving this then, Taco. New research shows that very few people are regularly using the much-hyped artificial intelligent products, such as ChatGPT. Researchers surveyed 12,000 people in multiple countries, with only 2% saying they use such available tools on a daily basis. And when you drill down even more to find out who of these 12,000 actually are using it, it's mainly 18 to 24-year-olds.
Okay.
The eager adopters of new tech, which makes total sense. But as far as the rest of the world goes, meh. At this point with
your
AI,
average Joe, nah.
Which makes it even kind of scarier because it just continues to develop. A lot of us just hear AI and go, yeah, I've heard of that, and I'm not really quite sure what you do with it or whatever. And before you know it, that's what your fear is.
Mm-hmm. I do talk to a few people that'll mess around with it, and when I hear it, I go, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to know about it. Just move away.
French beauty company L'Oreal says it's working on a form of bioprinted skin that can actually feel. So their research institutions are churning this stuff out with a 3D printer, producing human-like skin in order to test their new products.
Well, if it lasts and is just like, that would be great for skin grafts and stuff.
They haven't got to that point yet, at least through L'Oreal. But
if, you know?
Their whole thing was they stopped testing on animals back in 1989.
I remember that.
To their credit, long time ago.
That's one of their big gimmicks.
But they still want to be able to, get the most accurate test on their potential new products as possible. But better way than actual, sort of human skin. And if you can get where that skin can actually feel what it's like during tests, when the actual user's using stuff, it gives you more valuable data to further develop your products. So, yeah, they say that with this technology, they are looking to work with additional partners to further develop it. So you never know how far this thing could go. Could be a real big upside to that. Couple of notes here on free stuff you can scoop up. YouTube's free games catalog called Playables has now rolled out to all users. Some of you may have noticed that the YouTube's App Store for games is now available more broadly. The company announced this week that its collection of lightweight free games dubbed Playables will soon start to appear in the YouTube app for all users, in addition to the YouTube homepage. Previously, the games had been made available only to select users for testing before arriving for YouTube Premium subscribers. So YouTube's Playable free games will eventually be available for all who want to use it. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you may have known that Amazon was giving you a little extra perk with your yearly subscription of a free Grubhub membership for a year.
Yeah.
They've now made that permanent.
That's cool. So they partnered with Grubhub is what it sounds
Amazon
like.
offering Prime members free Grubhub subscriptions in their latest effort to sweeten the perks of the $139 a year loyalty program to be an Amazon Prime member. So,
there are some good perks with it, that's for sure.
All right, so there you go. Some tech items for this week.
Lynch and Taco on